Oh! No!
A study by the American Medical Association says the average gamer is a 30-year-old male who plays video games for 7 to 8 hours per week.
And I stayed up one time, I stayed up night, like from 7 in the evening till, I'd say 7 in the morning, 12-hour dawn.
Glenn Malabanan is not your average gamer. Consumed by his love for video gaming, Glenn often finds himself playing upwards of 40 hours a week, just as many hours as most full-time jobs.
I was playing a role-playing game like the Final Fantasy series, where you know that you have to keep on going with the story because it's so interesting. It's basically like I was watching a soap opera or a movie. It's just a continuous show.
The lure of a fantasy world can often be more appealing than reality to some gamers. Sagas, series, and trilogies keep the gamers wanting more.
By the enemy. Thank you.
It's kind of a distraction because when you feel like you should be doing your schoolwork, you kind of get distracted and you know that your friends are online and you want to play with them, although you really have deadlines to meet, but you just can't really break from playing World of Warcraft.
Scott McGee is a university student who quickly became fascinated by the role-playing game World of Warcraft. The AMA study says young males aged 15 to 25 are the fastest growing age group being consumed by video games. There are over 11 million players subscribed to World of Warcraft, 40% of which log extreme amounts of playtime every week.
You can play a game by yourself and you're content with it and you're happy, but then all of a sudden you throw your friends in and all your friends can play with you, and you know, half the time you're like, all right, well, I'll just wait for them to come online and I'll play with them. And then, you know, one time you're playing with this friend and then all of a sudden another friend comes along and you're like, well, I might as well start over and play with them as well, and you know, you're just hooked.
According to the Center for Online Addiction, warning signs for a video game addict include consistently increasing amounts of play, constant thoughts about the game, gaming to escape problems, lying to friends and family, and irritability during withdrawal.
Time is so consumed with their addiction that they're ignoring other parts of their life, then we have a problem. Playing video games incessantly to the point where they're completely losing contact with their family, their friends, even to the point where, you know, not taking care of normal daily activities such as personal hygiene.
Leslie Davies Lilly is an addiction counselor who believes video game addiction is real, like any other.
The area of the brain that is impacted by something that's an addiction, much like a cigarette, even though there is the physical component to a cigarette or to a drug, but all of the addictions, be it to something that's a behavior like that, or be it to something that's a physical dependency, all gets triggered in the same area of the brain. Okay. The area of the brain is actually the reptilian part of the brain. Because it's the reptilian part, you can't explain it away. You can't talk yourself out of it.
This part of the brain acts on stimulus and responses from the body. Video games have been known to elevate dopamine, a key enzyme in the reward portion of our mind. Video gaming is a multi-billion-dollar industry. According to the AMA, up to 90% of young people play games, and it's estimated up to 15% of those are addicted. Would you consider yourself a video game addict?
Yeah.